Cancer, how you doing? So we're looking at your 2020 predictions and channeled messages. Cancer, this must be a riddle, okay? Hopefully it is no fiddler, because I'm picking up that everything is such a riddle and everything is in the middle, and I'm stuck in the middle with you, which would be a 3, that could also be something involving a Pisces, that it's such a riddle that I feel like I'm being fiddled. Like, okay, I really do feel that someone feels that they're being field, like Fields, the name Fields, or Anne Fields, or Andrea, or being felt. I've got very strange energy around you, and I'm trying to channel for your 2021 Cancer, and straight away now I feel like I'm being, I don't know, like there's a very strange energy around you, like I feel like I'm being fiddled with, being played with, being toyed with, like a toy boy or a tie bride. I'm hearing a toy, someone's tie, like a tie, but a tie bride, okay? Or like a runaway bride, tie boy, tie, someone's from Thailand, okay? But I'm definitely picking up tied up, something to do with around Capricorn. Some of you are really going into something kinky, unless your name's Kinky D, or D, anything beginning with D. We seem to be doing this quite a lot, well I do, in my readings just lately. Something beginning with I spy. Oh, you had that. I spy, something beginning with, and then there's kind of like this riddle, right? And it's like I'm riddled with it. Oh, okay. I really hope that none of you are suffering from anything of an illness this year, because I'm hearing that I'm riddled with it. Like it is running through my veins, it is running through my bones, and there's some sort of like disease center, or this could even be like methadone that is like seeped into someone's bones. I don't know, because why do I always have to resort this back to addicts? Sorry guys, if you are, because I can really concur. Riddled with, now I don't know what you call this in other countries, but here you call it methadone, and it is a substance that is a heroin addiction that you have from the chemist that well, I don't agree with it, but they actually say that it does help because it gets you off the street, right? So, man, I'm picking up that someone's on the street, like really, like homeless, or like on the street, and they're riddled with this thing, and it's in their bones. Okay, it's really in their bones, and the only thing I can think of that is in your bones is either like it's in your blood, and it's in the DNA, and it's something to do with DNA, Danielle or Dan, okay, and it's riddled in my bones, like it's alcohol, because alcohol can also be within the blood. It's within the stream, within the sister, within S and M. S and M, Emily, Emma, or S or Stephen, but like it's within their bones, and it's within my blood, and it's within my DNA. And a lot of you, or Danielle, I'm hearing damn you to hell, Capricorn energy, of like damn you to Daniel, someone that's called Dan, or Danielle, or Dan, that has Capricorn in their chart, or this person is involved with a Capricorn. But I'm hearing Dayu also, crawfish pie and a day, or something, anyway, or the name Day, right? Night and day, sun and moon, father and mother, probably not together. So you might witness that your mother and father are not together, that you might have a stepfather, because I'm hearing Stepford wives or stepfather for a lot of you. Sorry if I didn't explain, I'm channeling for 2021 for you guys, okay? But I'm hearing Stepford, like the steps, step this, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, 5 step, program 5. You could be dealing with a Taurus somewhere, it could be a stepfather. A Taurus could be your stepfather, but you could be dealing with a life path 5 or a Taurus specifically. And it is to do with the 12-step program, which is also involving a Pisces somewhere, because the 12th step would be where you get to Pisces. So reaching the end of a rainbow and coming to the end of the beginning. It's like full circle of a 180 of something that continues throughout this year, I feel, Cancer. And I really feel that this is a 12-step program for someone that is presently watching, where it would be an addiction. But I feel like a lot of you see this going on in your family, like you witness that your brothers and sisters could have a lot to do with addiction. And if you haven't yourselves, you might be witnessing this as a program to set up for somebody. So you could do this as a, say, a drug worker or a counsellor or something like that. But Some of you might need to go to marriage counselling, I don't know, but I'm definitely picking up big references of Taurus and things being around the marriage of that is running through the DNA of where like it's running back to D and it's running back to A. It's a dayu, excuse me, like a day centre or a care centre. Like it's like someone gets asked to go to a rehab or something like that, or the name Abby. Okay, but they get asked to go to like a rehab and a day centre, and they get asked to go away for a while. Now this is either one prison, or it is two, it is like a rehabilitation centre, or for some of you, if you're suffering through your marriage, it might be a centre that you go to for counselling in some ways. Even if you are married, you might be going to look at anything that is very prominent of around drinking, is really what I feel for you guys. And it's like this person could go to this centre, and that as they do, they run away from it. You're definitely dealing with a 7, which is also a Cancerian, so a life path 7 or a Cancerian. But like it's a centre, right? And it's like the centre of attention. So you're dealing also with around Virgo energies because you're looking at 9. Okay, so you're looking at a lot of Danielle, Danielle, or Dan. Okay, but I'm looking at a lot of denial here. So in here, your year, in your year, you're looking at a lot of denial energies of going through things of addiction, is really what I feel. And that someone might be asked to go to a day centre or a care centre, and this might even be if you have children, that in order to cope, someone might have to ask, because I feel like if you guys are in partnership with someone, that there is so much going on around this addiction that where it's leading to where it's affecting your work, if you're called Lee or Leanne or something, right? And then it could be affecting your work. And because that, you see, normally when you get into an addiction, you take it to work, and then you have to keep up that addiction in order to go to work so you are well enough to work. And if this is drinking, mainly around drugs, because if there's drinking, there's intoxication while working. So it involves driving, right? So you're probably involving around another Cancerian or yourselves of like, I'm either picking up visually impaired or the name V, or like I'm impaired and I can't drive and I can't do it. So there's this, I can't do it, I've got to have it in order to be able to be well enough to work. And I need to do this in order to be well enough to cope, right? So you've kind of got this coupling, the name coupling, or coupons of some of you that might need coupons and help around the food and the house and things like this. But if you are married, I feel, sorry if hopefully I'm speaking loud enough. If you haven't met this channel before, I'm very eccentric, and these are channel messages from out of nowhere, so you're either going to believe me or not, okay? But there is something around that. If you are married or you are in relationship, that it might take where in order to be able to cope fully, one of both partners might have to start to work. And it means that if someone has an addiction, they might be spending more money than what they actually earn. And if you spend more, I'm also picking up the name Hearn or Michelle as well, Michelle. But there might be where like in order to be able to cope, that everybody has to get work. And if everybody has to get work in order to keep this up, then it becomes more of a stress and a burden. And I feel that someone overspends by spending it, one, on drugs, drink or alcohol, or to keep up this addiction that they have, because even if this is dealing, this is somebody that has to find a certain amount of money to pay it back to the big person that has the lot, right? So the headman, headman, the name Edmund, I'm picking up Eddie, Ed or Edmonds. Okay, Bury St Edmunds also, somewhere like that. Bury, from Bury, but Bury St Edmunds, Bury, something also maybe to do around Scorpio energies. But like, okay, they're saying that you might bury someone. Marry someone? I don't know, it's different. Either marry someone or bury someone. But that came up in Gemini and also Aries, where there was a burial. Because there was also like a service. Because I'm picking up like I need a service for my car, but I'm also picking up that I need to go to a service. So I don't know if, because me when I channel, I predict birth, death and life and all of the above really. So I find that energies are all of the same, to be honest. Not when it happens to an individual, but I really pick up that there might be a service that you're asked to go to, right? And also in order to also provide for family. And if this addiction gets any worse, I feel that it's going to put a big strain on certain things for a lot of people. Now, if you don't have anything to do with addiction, then it is really kind of something that is going through the family. And I'd quite like to go back to the energy of what I'm hearing around DNA, because they're saying that it's a lot of denial and it's going back to Dan also. So if you know someone that's cheating, they go back to a Dan or Danielle, okay, and they keep going back. This person keeps going back over things and they keep going back to their past. And because they're in denial and they can't get a need met, the name met, anything to do with M or N, M and N, but M and M, but something to do, because that came up in another reading, which was Dr. Dre, and that was Eminem and Dr. Dre. So anything to do with Dre or Trey or Tracy or Trey or Dick or Richard, okay? But I'm definitely hearing that things being traced back through DNA, going through my blood work, and having to realise that a lot of people in my family may suffer from an addiction, okay? But I keep hearing that this person, there's someone that you know or know of that keeps going back to another person, okay, because they can't get their need met. This person keeps trying to find things that they are of a needing energy at this time, like needing support and needing help, and help wanted and given. But then this person also is more of the Unforgiven, which would be the band that sings Unforgiven, right? So the rock band. But man, I should know. The Metallica begins with M. But Metallica. So anyway, this person, it feels like that they're metallic. They're metallic. Alec, the name Alistair, Alec. Anything also beginning with A that could also be Abby, and it could also be involving A, which is AA. So this person might need to go to a clinic of AA in order to get Alcoholics Anonymous. So there is a lot to do with drinking around here, okay? But I keep picking up, though, this person has this need that needs to be met, and it can't be met, right? It can't be matched. It's because it feels like that this person finds their perfect match, and then they realise that they can't get a need met there either. And when they can't get that, they go AWOL. So it's, you're relating to, who had that? Leo, I think. AWOL, absent without leave, right? And it's like that I'm going to take absence and I'm going to take leave. Now, if you are dealing with around denial and narcissism, right, and a need that needs to be met, when you look at PTSD and trauma, you look at things that of what happened after a fight, which is after war, and which is after a disagreement, and it's the energy of where it is PTSD, because that would be someone that comes back from war and comes back from a fight and also comes back for more, right? So you've kind of got this more or less, and I don't know if I can give you any more, and I don't know if I can serve you anymore, and I don't know if I can give you what you need, I don't know if I can give you what you want, I don't know if I can provide you what you need and want. And if this energy is also coming through of those of an addiction, then I don't know if I can supply you anymore, because there's more of this supply and demand, and I'm demanding for more, and I'm don't see D. I demand that I want more, I demand that I need this, and it's more supply and demand, where there's more demand than there is supply. Well, you know what? You know what they said? Don't get high off your own supply. So, so you've got NWA here. So you've got don't get high off your own supply, which was Dr. Dre as well. So it's something like someone getting high off their own supply. So it's like, well, okay, it's supply and demand, but I might be starting to get high off my own supply. And if I'm getting high off my own supply, then it's more of a like, I don't know if I can supply you with any more, because you seem to be taking more than what you're supplying. Do you know what I mean? Lying. So they're saying that around Leo energies, also around lying, like you're lying, you're a liar, you're a liar, liar, pants on fire. So definitely fire signs a lot of you could be dealing with. And it's like, look, I keep trying to supply you with what you want, but it never seems to be enough. It's like you keep coming back for more, and I give you it, but that ain't enough either. So you've got Eva or Steva or Stephen, but like you keep coming back for more, and I don't know if I can give you what you want, because you keep taking so much from me that I don't know if I can give you any more, Because it feels like that if this is a needing relationship or even a drug, which is love is a drug, right? So if it's all of the above, there is such a need that needs to be met here that you can't possibly match that person, which is around a fire sign, okay? And it means it's basically looking at the addiction quality of this message, which is that if I'm taking a substance, I can't get high anymore off my own supply, so what am I going to do? I'm going to need to get more money, and in order to get more money, I need to do something, and this is where a stupid decision could be made for a lot of people, because it's like if you want more, then you're going to have to give me more, right? So you're going to have to give me more attention. If you want it, you're going to have to come and get it, because it's a bit like this. If you want it, you're going to have to come and get it, and it feels like this tempting energy of like, look, if you want this, then you're going to have to come and get this. And it's like, I don't know if I can give you any more. Like, I keep giving you it, and I keep giving you it. I mean, is someone an absolute fucking sexual predator here or something? I don't know. It's like, I don't know if I can give you any more than what I keep giving you. I mean, someone's either doing it really well or they don't do it well enough. I don't know. But I definitely keep hearing of the name Will or William. Or like I keep giving you it, and I keep giving you it, and I'm giving you it and giving you it, and you keep wearing me out, and I don't know if I can give you it anymore. Well, that might be because someone can't perform because they're absolutely drained out by the amount of drugs or drink that they keep doing, or something like that. And it's like, look, I keep trying to give you more, but I keep saying that I crave for more. So something to do with a rebel, the name Revel, or Ricky, or I keep trying to supply it, but I don't know if I can give you it. That's all they keep saying, Cancer. And this is obviously something that isn't just finished overnight. So this seems to really be, because I've channeled for the other signs and I'm trying to do this for the whole year. So it really feels to me that you're going to be full circle of somebody here that no matter which way they go, you can never seem to get this need met. Like, I can't meet someone that gives me what I want. You're really dealing with around an Lucid Libra. Because okay, so let's go on to what I wrote. Okay, so looking for a cure. Now, I don't know if this disease of something that is riddled through the bones. I really don't know if that is like a sign of cancer or something that might be present in a couple of these people that are watching, right? So I don't know if that is, because the first one was looking for a cure, right? But then liqueur also came up. Like, I'm looking for a cure, I'm looking for liqueur, right? So liqueur was cream, and then also cat equals Virgo. So it was kind of like, look, I'm looking for the cat that's got the cream. It's like, who's got the cream? Who's got the cream of the crop, which would also be around smoking weed. So it's like, okay, so who's got the cream and who's got the crop? Like, who's got the best crop? Or the name Crofts, also Croft. But like Crafty Fox. So Crafty Fox here is a pub and a boozer. So it might have something to do with drinking. But Crafty Fox would be more of a cat. So that would be more of a Leo energy. So you're looking at those, yeah, like cream or drinking. Or like Bailey's, BMW, Bailey's Malibu Whiskey, or like, that's all finished now, by the way. I was enjoying a Bailey's during Christmas, and now that's my lot now. But something to do with B&M, like I work at B&M's. B&M's is a shop, right? So B&M, or B, or D, D&M. B and D and M. B and D and M. Someone's in a third party and they're going backwards and forwards trying to get a need met that they can't, and they go between different people with different names and different letters. I mean, Jesus Christ, what is this, a riddle that needs to be put together, or what? Or is it a fiddler? Because I'm picking up hide and seek, right? Now, your main messages that I couldn't quite get to grips of is where this could be something also of a metaphysical connection that a lot of you may have. And it is a continuation through the year, if I'm honest, Cancer. Now, what it was is hide and seek. Now you see me, now you don't. You can see me, but you can't actually see me. And then it was like, I came up with Libra. Like, you can see me, but you actually can't see me. And that's why this person's either so bloody confused of like, well, you can see me, but you can only see me on my terms and on my conditions. I mean, if I'm saying Libra, it could be happening to one. But I'm hearing, like, you can only see me this day and that day. Now, if someone's got to go away to a rehab, that might be where you do have a partner, and it's like, look, you can see me, but you can only see me on certain days because I'm trying to recover from something. So I really do pick up, like, a recovery service of certain aspects that could be involving travel. But it can also be I'm trying to recover from something, or Ricky, or Ricardo. But like, you can only see me this day, but not every day. Like, you can't see this person every day, right? It's like, I don't want to see you every day and I can't see you every day. Like, I can only see you once or twice a week or something like that, or a month. But the strange message is what I was trying to get my head around is that you can see me, but you can't actually see me. So it feels like a riddle of like, someone can see somebody, but they're actually not seeing this person. Like, it's kind of like I'm visually looking at this person and I can see them, but I can't see them. Like, there's something that's holding me back to physically be able to see this person, right? I mean, is this a TV screen or what? I don't know. Or is it distance? Like, there is so much distance between us. Like, I can see you, but I can't actually, like, be known as, like, I'm seeing you. Like, we're together, there you are, you're on my arm, let's do something, right? It's more of a, like, I can see you, but you can't see me. Is it making any sense? Because the only thing that would make sense of that is either one, narcissism, or two, a metaphysical connection. So let's look at this. So you can see me, but I can't see you. So someone here is like, look, you can see me and I can be dating you, but I can't date you. And I can't be known with you. Like, I can't be seen with you. Oh, okay, there you go. So I can't actually be seen with you. So there's someone that's trying to say, look, I can be with you, but I don't want to be seen with you, which means that someone has a guilty conscience of name Gil or Bill, or a Gil that would be to do with around a Pisces energy. And it's like, look, I can see you, sure, but I can't actually be seen out in public with you because there might be someone else that sees me with you. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, who on earth is this? Because this would be obviously someone that has a guilty conscience of where they're still worried about their ex seeing them. And it's like, look, if my eczema, Emma, or like Emily or something like that. But again, like, or X marks the spot Capricorn. And it's like, look, I want to come out and I want to see you and I want to walk around, but I can't. You're going to have to come in the closet. So you might be dealing with around the same-sex relationship, but you're going to have to come in, because I can see this person going like that paranoid that like, no, come in. You're like, okay, what do you mean come in? It's like, can't we just go out? And you're like, no, we can't go out. I can't be seen. You're like, what do you mean I can't be seen? It's like, no. I can see you, sure, here, but I can't be seen with you there, kind of thing. And it's like, I don't want to go there because if I go there with you, then my ex might be there. And if they're there, I don't want them to know that I'm with someone. Is why I'm either picking up someone is paranoid, or two, they've done something that they shouldn't do, and they realise that if they get caught in this vicinity with this person and they bump into their ex the same time that they're with this person, the other person's going to know, and they might get compromised by being faced with something as if to say, oh hello, how are you getting on? You're like, oh yeah, no, I'm just here with my friend, right? And you're like, no, bruv, no, what do you mean? It's like, I thought we were an item. And you're like, no, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, this very auspicious kind of energy that seems to be coming up with you of like, I don't want to take you out anywhere. I don't want to take you to the boozer, or I don't want to take you to the pub, or I don't want to take you shopping, or I don't want to take you out, because if I do, someone's going to see the fact that I'm out with you, and they might say shit that I've been lying about. is really what I'm hearing. It's kind of like this couple, and someone does that much shady crap, right, or a Slim Shady of M&M or something, right, and they do that much shady stuff that when they do that, then when they actually get out in front of their friends, if they bring their partner with them, their friends are going to be like, oh, so anyway, bruv, you know that thing that you're saying, you're like, no, bruv, no, shh, mum's the word, you know, quiet, and you're like, and then their partner's like, what are they on about? Ah, nothing, no, nothing, it's just, you know, they're, and this person's like told that many, spun that many yarns or of a lie, or chased their tail that much, so you could be dealing anything with a tail that would be a Leo, right, but like going around in circles, around and around and around in circles of like someone chasing them. Could be a fish also, too, like a Pisces. But like they go round and around and around and around and around in a circle like a teddy bear, right? And that when I bring my partner out with me, or this person out with me, if I bump into the lads or I bump into my wife or something, then this other person's going to start questioning and saying things that I've been asking you to lie and sell out about. Okay, so say if you've got Z friend here and Z friend here, and this person's co-conspired with this person as if to say, look, bruv, this is bro code, right? This is between us. It's just between me and you. I need you to cover up for me to say that I was here on this specific date or whatnot, right? And if my missus or this woman, or say you even, like then says, okay, where were you? Oh, I was sorry, I was just like, I was out with the lads. Oh, really? Did you have a good night? Yeah, no, it's brilliant, thanks. Yeah, all right, that's sweet. I'll see you later. And then you fucking go to sleep or whatnot. And then all of a sudden, if this person's that paranoid then that they bring you, say, or the other person, out into the public, that they think now that, man, this could come out on top of me, the fact that I've either one, been cheating or doing something that I shouldn't do. So even if this is like drugs, drink or alcohol, they might get asked to serve someone and say, like, brother, you got anything? You're like, oh, brother, she don't know that I do that, shut up. Or like, she doesn't know that I've been with her, or what, you know, what I told you to keep that secret. And I can really pick up that someone's really like telling that many lies that it's caught up with them, and now they're compromised within themselves of where someone's partner is now questioning them, well, why don't you ever want to go out anywhere? And it might be the fact that someone's lying and saying, oh, I just don't really feel like it and everything else. And then you're like, well, why do you go out on your own? And this person's like, well, I just need to go see a man about a cat. Came out for another reading. I can't remember which one it was. It was called something, seeing a man about a dog. In Britain, we all say, I'm just going to go out and see a man about a dog, bruv. You're like, well, what dog's that? Well, it's not a dog, it's a cat. So I'm going out to see a Leo. Or I'm going to see a man about a cat, right? So you've got this where it's like, well, I'll be back in a minute, and then they come back and they tell another lie, and you're like, bruv, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Libra energies, things are not weighing up. It's like, this doesn't weigh up. What on earth is going on? It's like, this person's so shady and told that many lies. Why is it that they don't want to be seen in public with me? Well, it's because someone's been lying, that's why. And they're trying to chase a lie, and they're compromised themselves now, where they now feel as if, well, I'm in a complete bind around a Pisces energy, maybe, somewhere in someone's chart, of like, well, now I'm in a complete bind, because if I go out and this person now says something, then I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up that lie anymore, right? So they've, well, I mean, I don't know. I keep picking up that someone's lied about so much stuff, and that's the reason why they don't want to be compromised in public with a person, because they're either one, trying to avoid people to not get wound up around drink and drugs or alcohol, which is a good instant, but for some reason I'm also picking this up as someone that's been spinning that many like heads or tails, right? So it's like, well, let's just flick it, and it's just like, okay, heads or tails, both, there you go, right? So I really pick up that someone spins a tail here. Heads or tails, heads or tails, heads or tails. That's a very strange lot of energy. Well, I don't see any progression apart from lying, and that's the God's honest truth of what I'm channeling for you throughout your year. Is a lot of chasing tails, and a lot of telling stories, tell, tit, right? of someone's on the bread line, someone's like hanging on someone's, you know what I'm saying? Like they're sucking on the old. What else have you got for Cancer? Lying. That's all they keep saying. Someone is sleeping around, like either homeless, or like going in and out of relationships, or like going from a homeless shelter to a B&B, and they go out and they live by, I don't know, selling their body. Because I'm sorry, but I had a town bike. Right. Someone try to explain to me what a town bike is. Trust me, where I live, we know what town bikes are, right? It's not a tandem, right? Begins with T, maybe. Begins with T. Yeah, I really feel like that this is this. What was I getting at, man? Then it's a lie, and this person gets around like on a bike, maybe even, I don't know. They've probably got it proper wedged up there because this person's on their bike all the time. Because in Britain we're like, bruv, on your bike? What are you on about? That's an absolute yarn, isn't it? So you're like, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe a word that you say. It's such a lie. And it's like, oh, bruv, get on your bike. Go and see your bike. That's what I think. Go and talk to your bike. Oh, okay. 2 women could well be here. Whoa, what? Okay, I'm hearing that there's a man and woman together, right? And the man says to the woman, listen, go and see your dyke, right? Your name's Dyer, right? But like, go and see Diard, or go and see Diane. Go and see Diane. Go on, go and see Diane about it. But I'm hearing go and see her. So I pick up that there's a man and there's a woman together now, and that this woman goes off to see another woman. I really do. They go off to see another woman, because I'm heard off to Tipperary. Well, that came out through the 1st to the 15th. That, by the way, if you are interested, you're bi-weekly now. They're an hour long each, and they are actually over on Patron on the Tier 2, on the full access membership. All of those should be out very, very well. They should be out by now. But they'll all be uploaded over there, and they're an hour each. And one of them was something to do with this off to Tipperary. Off to, what was the song I was trying to... I always come out of it, and I did do in that reading. Off to Tipperary, or off to Amsterdam, but it wasn't. Off to... Oh, I forget. I don't know. Rotterdam, or something like that. But it was a song. Anyway, it's kind of like, well, I'm off then. And it's like, well, go on then, go. Just go, just get out, go. But someone keeps trying to, I don't know why it is that even in a partnership, someone won't take their partner out with them. It's kind of like, I don't want to be seen out with you. But is that because this person's lying? Or is it because they're jealous? Like, because I'm hearing jealousy, which would be stereophonics. And it's like, I'm jealous, the fact that someone's really bothered the fact that their partner won't take them out with them. Like, they won't take them out. But why is that? Is that because this person's lying that much? There is no other message that I can grasp for you guys, for your year, other than the same kind of instant of working through codependency, addiction, a rehab, either one going to a rehabilitation centre for a lot of you, okay, and that you might not be able to see someone all the time. Some of you have got messages of where this person just lies that much that you're just dazed and confused, and you're kind of like, oh, just let them just do whatever they want here. And this person, either one, they go out and they do shady stuff, and they lie about what they're doing, which could be a cover-up of drugs, drink, or alcohol, or even cheating, and they go off to do that, and then when they get back, you're like, where on earth have you been? And it's like, oh, well, I've just been AWOL, like, I've been gone for quite a while, and you're like, yeah, but where the fuck have you been? Like, you've been gone ages, where have you been? Like, I mean, is this hours, or is it days? hazing, or the name haze. But like, you've been gone for days. Where on earth have you been? And it's kind of like this person goes off on a bender, right? They go off like, and they're absolutely gone off one, and you're like, bruv, what? Where? You know, where have you been? Where have you gone? Fishing? I've gone fishing. I've gone fishing for a fish, for a Pisces. It's like, I've just gone to see a fish. See, I've gone to see a man about a fish. Unless they physically go fishing, they go to walk the dog. They go to walk. There could be a pub or boozer called Walk the Dog, and they go to the Dog and Doublet, or the Dog, or something like that, or a boozer or a restaurant called the Dog. And it's like, well, I'm just walking the dog. You're like, yeah, but bruv, the dog is knackered by the time it gets back, bruv, because it's been gone 3 days. I mean, 3 Pisces. It's like, yeah, it's been gone. Like you took the dog out for a walk. It's like, I'm just going out for a packet of smokes, bruv. All right, yeah. And then you're like, fucking hell, that's a long old smoke, isn't it? You're like, yeah. It's like, bruv, it only takes 5 minutes to have a fag. And you're like, yeah. But it took you 4 hours, so it's probably because this person's been in the bog and they've been like racking up the old lines, and they're like, I thought you were just going to the toilet. You're like, yeah, I was. You're like, well, you've been in there for like 25 minutes, 20 minutes. You're like, yeah, I like to like have a turd. And you're like, bruv, that's an absolute load of balls. That's not turd in the toilet. What you're speaking is round Taurus. So you're like, man, I don't believe you. Why have you been gone so long? And it's one of those cover-ups where someone goes to the toilet and they're only supposed to be like 3 minutes, and then they come back out, but they don't. They sit in there for like 20 minutes. You're like, bruv, how many turds do you actually need? And you're like, yeah, I've got an indigestion problem, and bruv, they're in the bog. They're in the bog giving it some. I mean, I don't know. I keep picking up that this person goes AWOL for days. Like, they go off for days and days and days and days. And you're like, bruv, sister, or bruv, like, I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been off? And they're just kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like they go off into a mushroom cloud or something. And they're like, yeah, I've just been like floating. Where? Fucking down in the sewer? I mean, I don't know. Where have you been? Down the sewer. What have you been doing down there? Floating. Stephen King. I've been down Stevens. Been to see Stevens. Someone Stevens? Debbie? Stevens? Been to see Debbie. It's like, yeah, I've just been floating down there. Stephen King. It's like, or a king, Lion King. Something to do with Leo. It's like, I've just been down there. And I said, what have you been doing down the Severn? I said, well, didn't you know that we all float down here? And so there's 3 balloons. So I cry if I want to. I cry if I want to. I would cry too if it happened to you. So we all float down here in the sewer. Steward, also steward, a bar steward, maybe. Someone that props up the bar, maybe. All right, there they're getting on. It's just down there propping up the bar. Ain't you going home yet, Ron? No, just give us one more. No, brother, you ain't supposed to be holding the bar up. The bar can hold itself up. Off you go, get out. Unless you own a pub. Here, you own the pub. And there's people that just do it in your pub. I mean, and by the way, we call it a pub here. Bar, right? A restaurant or a bar. Like boozer. Right? So well, whatever it is, someone's boozing quite a lot. Abusing quite a lot as well. Abusing and using. Using and abusing. This is an addict that's gone back onto it, and it's going to take a whole year for this person to suddenly start coming around. Listen, I'll give you a word of advice. Think about your life expectancy of how long that you have clean, okay? And then realise that I need to do something about this right now, because each day floats by very quickly, very, 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 very quickly, and your life passes before your eyes whilst you're an addict, okay? And think about, because what you think about when you come off is the shame and the guilt and the remorse of everything that people make us feel that we've done, right, that you've done. So once you're coping with that, you actually also then have to start coping and thinking, man, I've wasted so many years on that substance that now I need to start rebuilding my life at the age of 30, 40, 50, right? But the more years that go by that you don't start now, if you don't start that now, you'll be doing this next year, and trust me, this year will float by very quickly, very, very quickly. It will float by, right? And you'll be doing the same thing next year. Did you see that spirit? There you go. Did you see that? Rewind it and see if you can see it. That is my spirit giving you this advice. Okay. So if you don't do that, that's floating, bruv. That's what I believe in. The floaters, the floaters are the spirits, right? But if you don't do this now, you will spend many, many years thinking, okay, I'll start next year. I'll just get by this year because I've had a tough year, and I'll just do it another year. And then the next year comes another year, and then another year, and you actually realise that you don't accomplish it. And trust me, by the time you get to my age of 44, then you start to think, man, you know what? I can start to rebuild my life, and you really do, right? But the more time goes on, that when you then start, is when you start, that's where it becomes difficult. Coming off any substance isn't difficult. It is very difficult. But it starts when you're clean. That's the test, so you don't go back. So you don't go back to do it, because trust me, so many addicts in life, they can become clean, right? And that they spend so many months going through the detoxing and everything else, and the rehab and the tears and everything that it feels, and the no money, and the having to go and trace the dragon and Tracy, or chase and chase and chase it, right? And then that, when you don't have that anymore, you have to think, well, what the hell is there to do? I have to start new friends, I have to do a new circle, everything else, okay? Alan Stone, but Al or Ali or Stone or Al, but the circle. So AA, things like that, okay? But if you don't start that now, I guarantee you'll be doing this next year, and then you'll probably think, oh, you know what, I'll just give it another year, and then another year. So you've really got to start now. And whatever it is, I feel that a lot of you are going to be going through a lot of codependent issues with things. So what we're going to do is now cancel. I'm sorry for those messages, guys, but that seems to be the messages that don't change, okay? So if you want these messages to change for you, then you need to start changing, okay? You need to start doing something different and changing, so you don't have to go through these. Start now, okay? So let's have a look at your tarot reading, but this will only go over to Patron on the full access bundle for everybody, like all the other readings. Okay, your monthlies and stuff go to the other tier, but this one, you got your bi-weeklies, and God knows how many readings that are over on there on your on your full access bundle, and that is where you will find this one. We do you a full spread and then clarify them, and it should last up to hopefully around about an hour-ish, but that's what the others have done roughly, and we go over everything that we possibly can. And like I said, you've got other bi-weeklies and stuff over there, and you can watch it for a whole month, but they charge you on the first, okay? So you get a whole month. If you don't leave, then that's why I just keep throwing them all out. But if you want a personal reading or anything like that, you can reach out from the link below, but all things are provided in the Show More section. Thanks very much, Cancer. Let's go over there and see what your tarot card reading is going to say for your whole year of 2021. Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon.